These are the best highlights from all the matches of the day during the 2024 LCK Summer Split.
Change my name.
Is it the name you still have on?
Yes,
yeah,
everywhere else. Yeah.
I think Dplus was a good choice.
I think it was fine. But there's a hook. That's going to connect here as Polo is just going to collect the rel. And unfortunately for Duro, it is not the kind of debut first blood that he was aiming for.
Welcome to the LCK, Duro.
Yeah.
Gets found. And Polo's had a lot of moments that left me scratching my head. But I also want to applaud him just a little bit. In the Dutch, there's an expression where if you try and, build someone up, you say you break a lance for them, which I think is a really cool expression.
I do like that one as well, as Duro's going to immediately make up for this situation. He's burning Karis down. Close is going to be able to lock that one up. And so as you were saying, as Duro comes back and just immediately answers that first blood, because I know it's a bad thing. Okay, we're not still on the side of BNK. They do manage to get the knock-up onto Polu, but Duro is just dead once again. This Talia is being very pesky as, oh my goodness, just needs a slightly longer anchor. Couple of extra chains there for Polu.
One of the other questions that I had coming into this is that Ezreal on the previous patch was mostly a counter pick, and he was still quite strong, right? We saw Pays already pop off on him. But it wasn't necessarily the highest of prios because his laning phase could still be considered weak after the buffs. So I don't think that this is entirely due to the matchup. Do want to highlight that. But it does fit into the larger trend of, I think the Ezreal priority is just going to keep rising throughout this patch as people more and more realize that he legitimately just wins.
Just Essence Flux and then Arcane Shift randomly in their direction somewhat, and then they take half of their health bar. That seems a bit silly. As okay, Duro going to go aggressive. Envy offering a fair bit of damage back as YoungJay making his way in, and Duro realizing it's not great, but still, Raptors here this time, finds the wind, becomes lightning, and that is going to be the Crescent Guard to keep him safe. There's the flash out as Raptor goes down extremely low. Envy's flashing forward, looks for the Mystic Shot, but it's going to be blocked there by the heroes. And Karis just clearing out wave after wave. Very even in the mid lane. Nothing really to report on outside of the fact that there is 50% less on the flash cooldown. 4 grubs over to BNK though. Bro just not interested in grubs. It's just not... unless YoungJay wants to be able to find one here as Morgan picks up a rock, throws it over. There's the Impale to connect onto Raptor, who's going to get slammed into the wall. Karis comes on over. That is so much damage. Morgan's almost able to get something done, but YoungJay gets himself out of there, and that is a kill going over to Polu as well. They'll take 1 grub for their trouble and 2 kills on top of it. And can Bro find themselves a team fight? That's the question, as Envy not exactly in the area, and that is just the steal away. That is going to be Arrow connecting, and YoungJay is stunned for a very long time. Raptor comes over and executes him, but turret does actually fall elsewhere on the map. Bottom lane outer does go down as now Morgan's just trying to be that brick wall. He just drives his way out. And Clear not going to be able to catch anybody else. So they sacrifice YoungJay, they get themselves 2 dragons, and they also grab first brick. I think it's still probably an advantage for Pro.
Maybe that was an angle for Closer to try and go for a big play. Would like a dive on Karis here.
Yeah, see what they can get done here. Good Fear is going to connect onto Closer. He looks for the Emperor's Divide, but I don't even think he really needs it as Raptor tanks up the turret just long enough. And they're able to take down the Hui. So nice little shot back here for BNK on the bottom side.
See what he ends up going as Raptor is in top now.
Yep, Morgan is trying to run away. Wind becomes lightning. Morgan just looking for that wall. And speaking of walls, the Talia is going to give one. That is going to be the all-out as Morgan not going to get thrown back because that's his teammate's seismic shove. It doesn't matter though. YoungJay just not able to save him. Magnustorm connects onto 2 here as Closer is making his way up the mid lane, interrupted there by Polo, but Envy, he's still going to go down, and I think Polo's immediately going to follow. BNK finding multiple things all over this map and completely evening out the game. And then we potter around for a little bit. There might be another Baron that happens somewhere, doesn't win the game. And then we are, Soul territory. There's a big fight for that one, not conclusive. And now the arrow is going to hit onto Polo. And it's going to be a fling back onto Duro. Doesn't really do too much as Morgan makes his way in. Envy trying to find it here as they look for Karis. He does get the shield, and now Duro is down exceptionally low, but it does not matter. Raptor's able to get in there, CC's up the Ezreal, and now Karis is behind enemy lines. And they've just given up wondering about it. They're just going to let him go, and now it is going to be BNK FearX taking the Drake. And as we know, Bro's response is, it's just one, it's fine.
But your biggest weakness is if they actually get on top of you. And for BRION, that's the main thing they need to avoid is, oh boy, I don't know if they're going to be able to do here.
Yeah, looking for the dive, as that's a phenomenal arrow once again from Hannah. Karis going to be the first one to go down. Duro is taking a fair bit of damage, but otherwise he is going to be absolutely fine. Emperor's Divide lands onto 2. True Shot Barrage will be able to take down Duro, but he does not care. He's done his job, and that is going to be a double for Closer, and BNK can just do no wrong.
That is going to be the Nash surely here, Atlas.
Closer's going to come down. I think he should be able to take this inner as well, and only further extending that gold advantage that they've built up for themselves.
Really optimal use of Nash, you know, just power up the wave so that you have prio in mid so that you can just run towards the dragon. It's peak. They get the bot side turret as well, and this is obviously still a really good Red Bull Baron power play here.
Because it's not so good if you're not really far ahead. And BNK, are they far enough ahead? That's the question. Closer goes golden. Emperor's Divide comes down. He keeps himself alive. The more is going to come through, but Karis had to flash for it. And I think even though they took down the Azir, they got rid of a few of those pages. That book's going to be forgotten because BNK is still going to get the Baron. And, well, eventually they'll move back and realize that it's pretty much gone.
Maybe we don't have time for the conversation. I don't think Duro's I don't think that's a right media. I wouldn't go that far. His team fighting has actually...
No, I just have a feeling
really
that right media is going to go there. I'm not saying it's the right media is bad.
Well, okay, but
that's where I'm thinking.
Yeah, but right media as a vibe is not where you want to be in life, right? This might be it.
Another one. Karis has tanked so many of these. Is all right. Here's the Hail Mary. It's being wound up. Morgan, can you get it done? Polu is already dead. The seismic shove is going to get Zhonya's. And now Raptors dove in, the all-out from Clear. He's going to get to work on these turrets as Closer just shifts the sands, gets himself all the way out of there, and Morgan is saved for last. Youngjae is on the fountain. They'll spare him, but they will spare no one else.
It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same angle. Word for word, bar for bar. There's a nodal. Trying to make an impact early here.
Yeah, there is a ward.
They should know that they're on the bot side of the map.
Immediately going to get spotted as Polu goes in. They do manage to get the Blade Caller as well. And like you say, Duro has no way out. Let's see whether he can get it. No, he cannot. Arctic Assault comes in. And that should mean that Envy's able to get that first blood. The Rend not really going to be doing enough here as Henna's completely out of mana now. Oh.
Wasn't already shot. Are we really going to have the run back? He's going to die and then just make his way over?
Well,
again?
Jay's going to get spotted. The Sentinel was in here. That means he's going to lose his Raptors. Raptor does generally take Raptors. That's sort of how it works. And then a Brambleback? Is that worth a kill under Duro, who doesn't look affected by dying in this series at all, even a little bit?
Are you going to get engaged on?
Oh, wait.
Youngjae, I don't...
Think about the amount of time this is wasting, though, as Raptor, he took half of Youngjae's jungle, and now Youngjae has to actually concede.
Life's tough. I also can't believe Duro does exactly the same thing twice, which is just die in lane, and then it's like, who cares?
Needed to back anyway, bro.
Walks into the enemy jungle level 2 to back up Raptor, and they're like, oh!
Going to be completely seen, and that means so this is gone. The Gromp is about to spawn, and so that should also be gone. Yep. There's the frog. Pops out, says, Raptor, if you would like more of the enemy jungle, please come over and collect it. And here it is. Here's the Hail Mary. Let's see whether they can kill Duro again.
But realistic, like Duro should never, and he might because we've seen the game thus far, but he should never walk in. Should give up Drake.
And so should help out there. So that's going to be 4 grubs and probably 6 because there is just no one from Bro in this area
They
whatsoever.
shouldn't. Yeah, just let Raptor do his thing. If he's there, let's go to the other. I would like for them to take Dragon though, because they've definitely know this is happening. Oh, I don't know about this one. I think they have to peel off. I think they have to leave.
This is so rough. Battle Dance can get Polo over there, or the Grand Entrance, of course, has opportunities, but Duro's going to dive in. There's a seismic shove. They do manage to get the Drake. As now Henna, he's had to get out of there. Envy's now finally moving on over. Grand Entrance is going to hold them in place as Karis gets the Emperor's Divide onto Closer. He's going to go down. That is first blood for the Bros, as the Fate's Call is going to pick Duro up and get him out of there. And See whether they can continue.
Oh, they're looking for a fight here.
Yep, Karis is just going to find it. That's going to be the blast going to allow Henna to at least try to buffer, but it does not work. And that is a beautiful catch. And Karis, his Azir, it's starting to really feel like that old one, you know, that he was real good at. Haven't seen it in a while. Hang on. Hang on, is this game 1? Game 2. Game 1? Game 2. Game 1?
Are they different?
Game 2. It's game 2. There's the all-out. As Morgan, I mean, he didn't have minions there, so the turret helps out, and he just dies. Why would we do it again? That's my big question. They do manage to take down the outer turret.
He's creating space.
Zoning. And
he's creating space, yeah.
He did create a lot of space for them to take 2 outer turrets, so it's a really good point. It's all right, Morgan. He's continuing to throw things around. Trying to hold on to this turret as best he can.
Is that where
They're just bullying the Skarner. That's what the attempt is, as Raptor is going to up that damage to champions by one audacious charge. He is definitely dying. Turret probably going to go down first here. That is going to be secured, and then Morgan is going to press the Impale button and just try and waste their time a little bit here. As you can see, the ping's out from Bro, trying to get something elsewhere on the map to this, and I'm not as upset anymore about the fact that the Rakan and Xayah were picked, because for Bro, I guess maybe it'll just work. I don't know. They're just vibing with these champs at this point in time, as Raptor is going to get engaged on. Polo's going to be thrown around like a ragdoll. Wind doesn't really become lightning, actually, as Raptor misses it. And Bro, they're out of there. They're going to go back in, though. There's the Impale. It connects as Clear dives in, finds 3 with the Q. But the Featherstorm comes in. There's the all-out. And Envy has nothing left against this K'Sante except a whole bunch of friends. Another Q on everyone as Envy flashes away, and it's not enough. Oh, the K'Sante. Never you mind. Still, Bro are going to be able to win the fight because they only lose Envy.
Quite lethal. They do need closer, though.
Yeah.
He's currently still looking at huge wave on bot. Someone's going to have to answer that.
Yeah, it is moving down right now. Closer going to help out with the damage as Youngjae just walks in. That is going to be the Drake secured. There's the hook onto Morgan, but he finds 2 with the Impale. Clear once again just wanders into the backline. This time Envy, it's going to be very difficult to Featherstorm, and he will be taken down. FearX, they're going to find it as Youngjae and Morgan running for the hills. It's only the tanks remaining, and Closer is looking to catch up. Will the seismic shove land? That's the question, as Morgan seems to be their target, or maybe they haven't really decided on a target. As Rock's being thrown around, we don't find the shove, and that is going to be BNK.
Bro, this might be the angle, Atlas.
That's not. Awesome. Yeah, that's Polo getting thrown around like a ragdoll. He will be taken out. In goes Duro, as Envy is going to send him out once again. Duro realizing that he only has Hex Splash. Not really going to be able to do too much here, but Closer is trying to save him. Seismic Shove doesn't hit the mark as Karis does. Raptor going to get thrown back as Envy throwing his feathers towards this Crescent Guard, and Raptor one more and he's dead, and there it is. That's Karis locking down the double, and these Sand Soldiers are relentless right now. And Henna and Closer, they do back away in the end.
Oh, a couple of big mistakes there individually. As no jungle available, Closer does have his TP.
Dove?
Actually, yeah, Dove has a. Oh my God.
Dove has a teleport.
He's not TP. BRION are pulling further ahead. This Rebel Baron power play, nothing crazy just yet.
All right, Envy, they're going to catch him once again. The hook is going to land, and goodbye, Xayah. Let's see whether they can get more off the back end, though, because it's been a few wins in these fights, but never enough to actually turn it like they were able to achieve in game number 1.
That was really well done, though. The CC chain by Duro and Closer there was clear.
All right, let's see whether he can find the angle. Karis is their target. He does go golden, but is he out of the woods? That's the question. Finds a couple with the Emperor's Divide. The Featherstorm goes down. Karis is eventually taken as Duro gets the stunts on Envy, and Henna pops him like a balloon. Raptor's out of the fight, though, and Closer, I don't think he's going to be able to go 1v3. So the 2 damage dealers, I say with air quotes, were taken down, but Morgan is at full health, and he hits like a train.
You know, he had the oopsie in the top fight.
I kind of like, in a Bro series, giving it to the one whose mental was challenged the most and didn't break.
And that's Youngjae. Atlas.
That's Youngjae in this game. He's now got the Baron down to half health as Morgan going to get over that wall, looking for a target here. Duro is going to be that target, but a Fate's Call is going to be available. And now they're looking for the turn. Of course, Duro's going in. He flashes out immediately. So he isn't going to die, but just offers them up a cooldown on a silver platter. And we have a stalemate, as no one used the teleport outside of Morgan, actually, to get him over here earlier on. At that point, as now Morgan gets the crash into the wall, that could be the ideal target. As Closer is flashing out of the way now, and now Polo is just gonna pop. Henna's able to lock him down. Raptor still well and truly in it, as Clear is fighting 5 people. Envy flashes over the wall, and he's still alive! Gets on top. Envy will be taken down. And who remains in this fight? It's only the Beefy Boys and Henna. And Henna might be able to do it this time. There goes Morgan. The Lord has been felled. Instead of 15 minutes, it's 35 minutes.
Okay, I think we're stretching. We're stretching the analogy here.
All right, Hook going to come on through once again. Polo going to be put in a blender, but there is the knockback. They're trying to chain the CC, but Clear is the one now taking too much damage. Has to go all out onto Youngjae and gets himself out of there, as the Impale is decent. Seismic Shove is also good, though, as Envy goes down so incredibly low, but he will survive for so long. Raptor puts him down in the end, and Henna is still up and available. Closer is still up as well. But they're the team with the Baron, and it's BNK that wants to just be sieging turrets, not going even in fights.
It's a brawl, Atlas.
A brawl.
A brawl. I don't know what's happening. That's a 4-item Xayah.
Yeah. None of those items are like Guardian Angel or like somewhat defensive stuff. He does have a Bloodthirster, that's good. So if he does survive through all the chain CC, then he can at least get his health back, but it's getting a bit dangerous as Youngjae, he's going to get hooked back. He's the one that's going to get chain CC to death, and now it's Morgan thrown around like a ragdoll as well. These seismic shoves from Closer, just too good. Oh, bro, why does it always have to happen like this? As far as, you know, just the players and the play. As, bro, they have stepped up once again. There is a Glacial Prison. Duro going to ignore it completely. Raptor as well, now gonna go in. Wind becomes lightning. There's the knockbacks. As Emperor's Divide comes down, Karis is like almost dead already, but now Henna has got on top of Envy. Just gets to press the rend button. And wasn't this a late game team fighting comp, bro? Wasn't it? Because BNK are making theirs look like it's perfect for 38.5 minutes, and they're just gonna truck it down the mid lane.
Henna gets on top of Envy. Duro with the ult sets him up. Henna knocks him down. And it's the hesitation for BRION. It's the inability to win these front to backs. And BNK are gonna get the 2-0.
Oh man, it's heartbreaking for the bros, but what a debut from Duro. We do have to say, this guy was not afraid in any moment whatsoever. They replaced Execute with...
We'll do it. Talia Vi, insanely strong, but very reliant on CC, and Morgana should, in theory, counter that. That was pushed into bottom by Aining and Kellen, so I think maybe a bit of waste of time. I understand the idea of trying to contest this, but realistically, if you have to catch bot wave, you're not going to be able to get anything going. So nicely done there, Aining and Kellen, effectively securing DK to Drake. Yep. And yeah, the speed of Morgana, particularly with, you know, the Void Mites, it's a little of the clear speed. So I understand this attempt from Lucid does have level 6 available right now. I don't think they know about the ward in the middle brush, but it might not matter.
Oh yeah, Kingan's going to set it up gloriously. First blood. It's not quite League of Warmogs like it used to be, but it's pretty close. As now Lucid makes his way in, and Leaper, oh dear, he is very, very dead. That's back-to-back for Lucid.
It wasn't up, and if you don't have E, then yeah, flashing does nothing, and you just die there anyway. So in that case, holding it definitely the right call. So we do have this Drake being taken. It's going to be 1-1. We're going to find out what rift we're about to have, Atlas.
Yeah, Aiming goes back, collects a static shiv, and that's as he gets a phase rush and books it out of there.
He is unbuttered, Atlas. Wow. Not in the slightest impressed with what happened there.
As, all right, there's the Vault Breaker flash, and once again, Bulldog, this time in trouble. The flash forward from Showmaker, though, looking for some more rocks, as Bulldog makes it out! Oh, only... See on those has been pretty fantastic as Kingan got to body slam his way out. X-Flash to get Andil over, and just a jockeying for position. The Dragon still mad, as Weave as well Tries to buy them some space. We'll see whether they can burst this one down before Cuz can get in, but he makes it, and there's the steal! Now Lucid trying to find the angle, but there is the crash into the wall. Aiming's thrown down the ulti though. Can the Zeri find some opportunities? And there goes the Morgana as kill number one. Andil looking for an opportunity, and the True Shot barrage goes wide. It's another one into the bank of Aiming. And I think we might be writing some things down on some Going Rocks party.
Really big moment here. Lucid is trying to heal off of his camp, so DK can't really go for an engage right now. He is in the pit.
Yeah, gets into the back. Okay, let's see whether Bulldog's going to be able to deal with him here as the Vault Break is getting charged. Looking for the Tristana. The buffer is good, though. The Black Shield also going to be utilized. As now Bulldog is just going 1 versus 2, getting rid of them. Leaper is going to turn onto Showmaker, but he's going to get collapsed on. There's the Impale. It's found the Zeri. And can Aiming actually stand his ground? The answer's no. The Peel machines, they weren't there. And the Kwangdong Freecs, not only will they be able to grab the soul point, they'll also wipe the team fight.
A cooldown off. They get with the ultimate from Lucid. Bulldog jumps back in, right? He's not in the fight. He's black shielded. But then the follow-up afterwards. Showmaker is so far split from the rest of his team, and they just don't have that much threat. They need to.
And Bulldog pretty happy about how it's all going as we're back in live, and now Andil is in a little bit of trouble, getting thrown around. There's a cease and desist as Cuz getting taken down very low. That's another kill for Aiming. And a teleport is coming forward. Nice seismic shove there onto Bulldog, but he is going to be able to laugh.
Being that far up when DK is going to be looking for a pick.
Oh, again? Dear, once again the jump scare comes forward. Bulldog trying to get himself out. There's the Black Shield. And once again, Cuz's nope button is going to come up trumps.
And this is what we were saying earlier. It not only allows you to defensively keep your carry safe when they get engaged on, but it also means that you can play so much more aggressive, and man, Bulldog is loving that.
Oh yeah.
It takes a little bit of wind out of the sails.
I guess I don't think Kingan's been seen either, as Bulldog was tanking up this dragon. The rest of Kwangdong Freecs just wanting to be as a group, wanting to be together. That's a lot of damage onto Kellen. Immediately has to use that redemption, gets a whole bunch of health back because of it. As in goes Lucid, looks for Andil, but now he has to flash out. The Ignite is on him, he gets the shield, but it is done. That is Soul. They don't lose anyone, but I mean, that's about as bad as it could be.
Going the way of the Kwangdong Freecs. Baron about to come up, and with Infernal Soul, it's got to be almost impossible to fight.
There's a bit of healing, I guess. All right, teleports coming in from all around. Lucid tanks up a whole lot, but does eventually get his prize. As now Kingan, he'll get impaled. The rest of the team needs to come over and help him out. And he's so incredibly tanky. You're exactly right. The redemption will come through to also heal him up. Lucid kind of wishes it healed for a little bit more. Is now Aiming, wanting to find a little bit extra. 5 versus 4 here in favor of Dplus. Another opportunity if they can protect the President. Even Dudu's taking a lot of damage here from Aiming, who's continually getting shielded.
Showmaker
taking collateral damages now. Yeah, Showmaker wants to cut up this fight. Let's see whether this flank angle is going to work as Aiming flashes in. Okay, Leaper's able to offer a few Mystic shots back, and there's a Magnustorm used only onto King, and Aiming's at about 10 health, but they take down the Morgana. They get their couple of extra kills. And Dplus, they win a fight, but they're not healthy enough to do better.
That changes everything.
Yeah, it's a very different story when it is a Tristana without that Morgana. Often we do see that the bufferings, things like this, absolutely fantastic, but for Lucid, that's a beautiful play, and they
They don't have a whole lot of info.
Aiming is just over the wall. Okay, they spot out the Cuz isn't there. They'll find the cease and desist. Andil's going to explode Dudu. He's out of there because special delivery from Kingan. Oh, the Kingan Renaissance, man. You love to see it. And Dplus Kia, they'll head towards the Elder. And they lost this game until they won.
It's a challenger's game, Atlas. That's what we're looking
love it.
at. One side lane pick changes everything, and you can see it on the face of Bulldog. He had such a good game up from any member of DK. It's been Lucid, it's been Aiming, and then Showmaker with the immediate follow-up.
But also,
Something
like,
pivotal.
this is what we've been talking about what Dplus needed for the whole year. And it's been that voice, that person saying, "Cuz isn't there, go, it doesn't matter."
I was really kind of still hoping that he would...
Oh, this is a little bit crazy. Is okay. Lucid going to take a fair bit of damage. Does end up punching the turret, but takes so much. There's another delivery as the Dragon's getting angry. Look at these health bars though, Cuz he's able to take down King and the burn. Bulldog down, and there's the explosion. Oh, it's a 1-for-1. If he had have got out of that though, that could have been so huge for the tempo. Is okay. In goes Lucid and just explodes on his way. I don't know about that one, but Arndil is still in so much trouble. They're fighting against an Elder Dragon, and they're kind of doing all right. The seismic shove is going to take down Leaper though, and Showmaker's trying to kill Dudu. It's not quite working. Aiming's dead. Showmaker's on half a health. And Kellen's just hoping they don't give him up. That is a very cute little ward, but it is immediately spotted.
This is going to go very, very quickly.
Okay, Dudu making his way in, but the wall is going to separate it. Yeah, this is just going to get bursted down unless they're going to fully commit. Bot wave, like you say, is moving in, finding in a connect onto Kingen. But he gets a big old shield. Nice shattering strike to get rid of that, but that's a Baron, and now they're looking to try and get out exactly. This could be this could just be inhib, yeah.
No, for sure, because... Oh.
Yeah, Nexus turret goes down. Speaking of poke, all right, Lucid. Oh no.
He does a flash.
Yeah, they do push them away. You can see Kingen just trying to keep them interested. Dark Binding goes wide.
Look at the base. Bot wave is still big, and Showmaker's just pushing here, but Kwangdong, they know. Yeah. Are we just going to flip it again?
I guess so. Spatula's at the ready, ladies and gentlemen, as in comes Showmaker. There is the Elder, and down goes Lucid. The Impale does absolutely nothing, though. And so Kwangdong Freecs, they'll lose no one. They kill Lucid. But
they don't want to take the risk. They thought they were winning the game, then they were losing, now they're winning again.
Well, they should be able to get at least the mid inhibitor here.
25 seconds, Atlas.
Yeah, very important pickup.
I mean,
afford to. Might need to be Weaver's Wall just to get them out of here. We got 8 seconds on this Elder.
Well.
There should be double.
That's big.
3, and now, there it goes. And Draw a Beat is at max.
I mean, he's going to launch himself into this. And gonna close his eyes and hope it works out.
Well, let's see what happens here. Showmaker dives forward. The rocks are down. Cousin Bulldog getting to work on the Baron. But can they win the fight? That's the thing that's most important. And it looks like Dplus are not going to be able to keep them interested.
Oh, you got to fight though.
I like the GA idea.
Yeah, we have Bulldog with GA, no boots.
Yeah.
Classic.
I like the no shoes.
You know DK, all they're looking for is fight.
King, and he flashes over the delivery of Cuz, and they take him down! Oh, seismic shove goes wide. Dudu is going to turn up the Impale. It'll connect onto Showmaker, but he has a go golden button. And aiming, oh, it's so dangerous, but he survives. Arndil, he's gonna go down. They get to kill King, and those now Leaper! He finds the Mystic shots, and now it's Kwangdong Freecs. They don't have the Zeri anymore, and Dplus Kia once again in the longest game of the split. They will be taken down at the very last moments.
For you, I have no idea how Showmaker is going to do, because TF is a character that we haven't seen in mid for particularly with mid lane TF, you get to have so much more fun on the map. Like, the large part why you pick him is just so they can do exactly this. Shove in wave, walk to side. In this case, it's going to be an early Drake for DK.
Yep, level 6 has been hit. We'll have to keep our eyes out for the Destiny Gate combo. We did have a rule.
Lucid doesn't have his smite, crucially, but neither does Cuz.
All right, Kingen moving in, finds the body slam onto Cuz. There's a Vault Breaker as well. The chain CC's so good. And like you say, no flash, no chance. And now aiming is down here towards the bottom side. Great knock up with the grand entrance from Kellen. And Dplus are... Yeah. All right, here's the Destiny. Leaper, remember, doesn't have cleanse, doesn't have ulti, doesn't have a chance to get out of this one. Kellen gonna lock it down. Some star-crossed lovers there as now Andal. Yeah, there's 4 people. He is just dead. Only Lucid and aiming required, and Cuz just here a little bit too late.
Aiming
Your friends are going.
Games.
It's the intensity of the game.
It is, as Lucid is walking up air. Do note, Showmaker has his ultimate. Double teleport available for the top laners as well.
Yeah, see where the Showmaker can get in. Does have heal, not smite. But has still pressed the Destiny button. There's the Extendo Beam. Knock up onto Arndil. They do lock down the Dragon. It's a Hextech Soul. Infernal into Hextech. Okay. Dragon to pick up.
I love
that's
Hextech,
a
man.
-1 in the chat. Dplus going to grab themselves a neutral objective. It's their turn. Xander's going to come on over. He does want to say no. He's cantering around in a few circles here, but it looks like it is going to be the secure.
When you have a TF on your team doesn't mean quite as much.
Well, Showmaker now going to just grab this turret for aiming.
That's nice.
He turns up, going to help out.
And we do see Kwangdong, they want to contest. Might have a 5v5 on our hands here, but oh, look at the twist here from DK.
They see the base gate being taken, the Hex gate, sorry. And then they immediately throw Shelly in there. There's a Weaver's Wall. Gonna see whether they can lock down aiming. Of course, doesn't care about walls that much. As Shattering Strike, just a trade of CC. Kingin finding the angle, good slow onto Andal. They know, and he's pushed into the wall. The Vault Breaker doesn't quite get there, but the 1-2 punch will. And there goes the only tank on Kwangdong Freecs. Crazy to say so, and I'm very happy that I can do it because the multi-tank meta was kind of getting stale. As Dplus, they're going to take a Drake. They're also going to push the bot wave, and they're going to get to work in mid lane as well. Look at this turret. It is so incredibly low. And I mean, without that one dragon and one grub, this game has been all Dplus.
Yeah, they're up.
Who is possibly getting closed in on. Base gate going to get taken here by aiming. Ganked by a Zeri? That is not the Jax experience that you're looking for as he leap strikes, tries to get away. Destiny coming in as there's the flash from King, and he wastes absolutely no time, but then the blender comes down. Aiming holds his ground though. The shield bow so powerful. And there is the one kill for the Zeri. Lucid will take one and they sacrifice King in. That'll deny it as he flashes over, but Showmaker's there with the gold card. And not a lot the Cuz can really do. He's going to try and offer as much damage as he can, but Lucid's going to grab it. And now they're going to jump straight on this Baron. Teleport comes in from a newly respawned Kingin. And Dplus, it's like game one never happened. Yeah, sure, longest game. Yeah, sure, we're a bit fatigued. You know, it's the second series of the day. They came into this one looking fresh. It's Kwangdong Freecs. They will grab a couple of turrets for their trouble, unless Kingin says absolutely not, which he might. The wave just not quite lasting long enough, and there goes the Baron. We'll be able to grab this one as, oh, remember, he does not have the Featherstorm available, and he just dies. Look at King, and he just lets aiming come over and cherry pick the kill. Showmaker now looking for some stragglers. And, oh my goodness, gives him the thumbs up. The special delivery is Arndil, I guess, like, came over for solidarity. As it's a double kill for aiming. Of course, aiming's the one that scoops up the kills. That's fine.
It's easy to forget, you know, with a couple of the up and down years. Oh, guys, come on. Bulldog actually gets to have value against Kalin. And Atlas, the gold graph we saw just there.
It's up and to the right as it's continuing to go in that direction. That's a 6th for aiming. As Leaper, he hops up into the sky and unfortunately had to come back down again. Showmaker, he's going to go golden to avoid dying to the turret. And this is going to be that. 14-1, an absolute shellacking as the Magnus Storm. It looks kind of cool, but I think that Dplus just want to finish off these kills and get into game number 3 as soon as possible. Some more gold cards flying out, and I tell you what, it's pretty good to see Showmaker back on his very famous Twisted Fate and look this good as Dindin, he's not in this game. Dudu is going to get taken out. He's going to leap strike, trying to get to the fountain, but there's too much CC. And eventually, oh no, they will be benevolent. Oh, never mind. He'll be thrown around like a ragdoll.
Tied with carryout for
and their
what
last,
he was able to do.
Was it their last series this week as well, where he played a very, very good Renata game? It might have
on level 1 fight, rather, against the Kalista, and now they get the Dragon. Great back timings to come through here for aiming in Kalin's one. If this is a Chemtech Drake next, we are in for another fun time, and we've had so many.
Oh, it is!
With how good all the remaining Dragons are, puts even more pressure on that. Lucid is also taking the top side as we speak.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, Kalin. Possibly in a little bit of trouble as Cuz is rotating over. Binding is going to connect. On to Kellen, who bails himself out, but it's not going to be enough. There is first blood going over to Cuz. Perfect timing on the gank. So far in this series, it's 50-50, and we'll see whether it's actually going to come out on top or not.
In terms of giving him gold, the plan is working.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he's up 1,000 gold. That's the second dragon of place for Atlas. For Atlas!
We're going to press that teleport button. That's a great ward, and there it is. They pull the trigger as Lucid. He comes on over. It's not going to be the Herald secured, but can they find the fight? Is the question as King just walks past Andal. He wants Leaper as in goes Bulldog, but out he goes immediately afterwards. It's now Dudu that's tanking up the whole team, and finally, Aiming's able to get the first for Dplus.
And they do well in this fight. Bulldog doesn't have TP. He's actually pretty far behind.
Yeah.
I think you got to give over this whole point. We'll see. Maybe Dudu can get a crazy ult yet again.
They can find it. It's definitely important as now Kingen, he's going to rotate over. Callanan aiming in the area. True Shot Barrage doesn't really find the mark, and they let the dragon reset. In they go, though. Callan looks for the handshake, and he'll find it. Andal goes in and goes out via the Death Chamber. There's now Bulldog. He's dashing around trying to find his opportunities. Slice and Dice gets Kingen out of there. They look for a bit of a reset. Yeah, exactly. So Bulldog, he picked up the eye. That means that he's able to just... Lucid hits level 11. He's going to move on down once again. And we've got another fight. Aiming's back, though, as Bulldog doesn't quite find that one. He snaps back. Another handshake is good. There's a seismic shove as steadfast presence means Lucid can't really do anything. And Helicopter Poppy looks pretty cool, but isn't actually able to do anything. And there is that soul point. And there's the knock-up. The double on the seismic shoves into the backline. Goes Kingen and buys all the space. But Bulldog, it's his turn to react. He finds Showmaker. He also finds Kellen. And Aiming's able to turn it with the help of his friends in the end.
A fight is brewing, Atlas.
Yeah, Showmaker could be in trouble here. We'll see whether he does step up as Lucid. He walks in. The Zenith Blade misses, though. That's actually massive, and in goes Lucid. He's maybe a little bit too far forward, but they get the double knockback. There goes Lucid, though. That's going to start the fight off in the right way for Kwangdong Freecs, but now it's all falling apart. Is the bailout going to come through? The answer is no, but Kingen is a big old crocodile, and back comes Showmaker. Seismic shove eaten by the Black Shield, and there's the slice, the dice, the domination, and the triple kill for Kingen.
And that is going to be a full-on ace, Atlas, for DK.
Welcome back, King.
Especially now that there's no teleporter. Bulldog
gets the knock-up onto Showmaker here. He gets the Seraph Shield. There's the flash over, and Bulldog just solo kills him. That's one way to get it done as the Kwangdong Freecs, they're back in it, and now it's their turn to possibly go for a Baron.
Oh, Lucid is still alive. This is a big risk, but they want to try and go for it. And Bulldog, am I hearing some Chovy chants in the background? Finds the 1v1.
All right.
And they have Poppy. Lucid should not be allowed to get near this.
Exactly. Bulldog gets over the wall. He'll have to snap back eventually, but this is going to be a guaranteed Baron. And there it goes. Solar Flare doesn't find too much good. Knock up True Shot Barrage onto the Crocodile that just got a triple kill, but now he's below half health.
Yeah.
Check up one of us. Yep, let's get over and let's do the Baron.
Man, Bulldog.
He is a commando. Very, very vocal. Great to see as they are going to be able to take down this outer turret on the top side of the map. That is 2.5.
And I would like Showmaker to maybe...
They've found him! The seismic shove pops him back. He does find the ulti, though, as Bulldog. They will not give up. The hostile takeover too good as well. As Kingen trying to keep himself alive. The heroic charge. Kingen's out of there. They managed to get the kill on Leaper as well, and the damage has been removed. Lucid tries to get in on top of Andal. He's not offering anything back as Showmaker's throwing rocks all over the place.
The cloud!
And they thought Kingen had have gone back, but no, he just comes.
Easy steal. Bulldog should be able to finish his IE at that point.
Well, they're just looking for any target here. The handshake does bring Andal back. Again, it's a late Black Shield as he's taking a lot of damage. They change their focus to Leaper, and the bottom lane is eviscerated immediately. Teleport coming in from Kingen here as well. He's on barely any health, but Bulldog is going to get caught by the W. The Ruthless Predator has never been named so well as Kingen dives on in. And Dudu, he's the last man standing. Dplus, Kia just destroyed them.
And if it's only Dudu standing, they can chew through him without a problem.
Yay from him. But Dplus just being better coordinated, which kind of blows my mind that that's a sentence that I can say about this.
Up, or are we going to let DK get the Exodia combo? And it looks like they're going to go for a fight. Look at Bulldog. As long as he can output enough damage, there is an angle. He needs to get into the enemy backline.
He's on a ward. True Shot Barrage finds absolutely nothing, though. Wall's going to come down. Showmaker splits the battlefield as Dudu tries to get rid of the Kalista, and he's successful in doing so. Lucid gets rid of Bulldog, though. Dudu is burning down, and Kingen is a crocodile possessed. As they dive in, the Yone gets taken down, and once again, it is just a wipe from Dplus Kia. They need none of these objectives. They will ace them where they stand, and Dplus will be at the end of week 3.
A riveting series, Atlas. Game number 1, a roller coaster. Game number 2, a stomp, and game number 3. Different from either, really. It felt like Kwangdong were so close to making the leap to that promised late game, but they just never got there. And DK gonna go up to 5-1.
What a bounce back after an arduous game number 1.
These were some of the best highlights from the 2024 LCK Summer Split matchups of the day. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comments section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.